High above the clouds, where speed and power define supremacy, one jet has carved its name into aviation history. Sleek, agile, and deadly, the Mikoyan MiG-29, also known as the Fulcrum, is a fighter that continues to dominate skies decades after its birth. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the MiG-29, uncovering its design, performance, combat record, and the secrets that make it one of the most iconic fighter jets in the world. Stay tuned till the end, because the story of the Fulcrum is as thrilling as the dogfights it was built for. 1. Origins and history. The MiG-29's story begins in the 1970s, during the height of the Cold War. The United States had just unveiled new fourth-generation fighters, the F-15 Eagle and F-16 Fighting Falcon. These aircraft were highly maneuverable, fast, and packed with advanced avionics. The Soviet Union needed an answer, and fast. In 1974, the Mikoyan Design Bureau was tasked with developing a fighter that could match and even outmaneuver the American jets. By 1977, the prototype took its first flight, and in 1982, the MiG-29 officially entered service. NATO later gave it the codename Fulcrum, symbolizing its role as the balancing force in air combat. 2. Design philosophy. The MiG-29 was designed with one clear purpose: dominance in close-range dogfights. Unlike the massive F-15, the Fulcrum was compact, lightweight, and agile. Its aerodynamic design featured blended wing-body design for stability and lift, twin vertical stabilizers for enhanced control, leading-edge root extensions, LERX, which generated additional lift and allowed extreme maneuverability at high angles of attack. From the very beginning, Soviet engineers prioritized agility over raw speed. This decision gave the MiG-29 its legendary ability to pull off breathtaking maneuvers that few aircraft in the world could match. 3. Performance and speed. Now let's talk numbers, because the Fulcrum doesn't disappoint. Engines. Twin Klimov RD-33 turbofan engines, producing a combined thrust of 36,000 pounds. Top speed, Mach 2.25, around 2,400 kilometers per hour. Service ceiling, 59,000 feet, 18,000 meters. Range, 1,500 kilometers on internal fuel, extendable with external tanks. But beyond raw statistics, the MiG-29's thrust-to-weight ratio made it one of the most agile jets in the world. In dogfights, this meant it could outturn, outclimb, and outdodge many of its rivals. 4. Avionics and radar. The Fulcrum was equipped with the N019 Rubin radar, capable of detecting targets at 70 to 100 kilometers and tracking up to 10 aircraft simultaneously. While not as advanced as Western radars, it gave the MiG-29 solid situational awareness. One unique Soviet innovation was the helmet-mounted sight, HMS, paired with the R-73 Archer missile. This allowed pilots to simply look at an enemy aircraft, lock on, and fire. At the time, this gave the MiG-29 a huge advantage in close combat against Western jets. 5. Weapons loadout. The MiG-29 was built to be a versatile multi-role fighter, and its arsenal proves it. Cannon, 130mm GSH-30-1 gun with 150 rounds. Air-to-air missiles, R-27, long-range, R-73, short-range, high maneuverability, and later R-77 AMRAAMSky. Air-to-ground weapons, rockets, bombs, and guided munitions for strike missions. This combination allowed the MiG-29 to fight in both air superiority and ground attack roles, making it a truly flexible war machine. 6. Maneuverability, the Fulcrum's signature. If there's one thing that makes the MiG-29 legendary, it's its maneuverability. Thanks to its powerful engines and aerodynamic design, the Fulcrum could perform extreme maneuvers. Cobra maneuver, sudden pitch-up at 90 degrees or more. High G-turns that left adversaries struggling to keep up. Post-stall maneuvers made possible by its aerodynamics and thrust. In airshows, MiG-29s wowed audiences by pulling stunts that seemed to defy physics. In real combat, this agility meant life or death. 7. Cockpit and pilot experience. For the pilot, the MiG-29's cockpit was functional but not luxurious. Soviet philosophy prioritized toughness and reliability over comfort. Unlike Western jets with advanced glass cockpits, early MiG-29s had mostly analog instruments. However, what made up for it was the helmet-mounted sight and intuitive missile systems. Soviet pilots often described the MiG-29 as an aircraft that flies with you, responsive and highly maneuverable at every input. 8. Combat record. The Fulcrum has seen action in multiple conflicts. Gulf War, 1991 Iraqi MiG-29s faced US F-15s and F-16s. While outnumbered and limited by outdated radar and tactics, the MiG-29 still proved dangerous. Kosovo War, 1999 Serbian MiG-29s fought against NATO jets. Many were shot down, but mostly due to poor maintenance and lack of support rather than the aircraft's design. India-Pakistan conflicts. The Indian Air Force used MiG-29s as frontline interceptors, where they performed effectively against adversaries. Despite mixed results, pilots who flew the MiG-29 praised its agility and survivability, even when facing more modern opponents. 9. Modern upgrades. The MiG-29 didn't fade away after the Cold War. Instead, it evolved. MiG-29 SMT added modern avionics, increased fuel, and advanced weapons. MiG-29 M/M2, multi-role variant with improved radar and fly-by-wire controls. MiG-35, the latest generation, featuring AESA radar, glass cockpit, precision-guided weapons, and reduced radar signature. These upgrades ensure that the Fulcrum remains combat relevant well into the 21st century. 10. Comparisons with Western rivals. How does the MiG-29 stack up against Western jets? Versus F-16 Fighting Falcon, the MiG-29 is heavier but more powerful, with better agility at high angles of attack. The F-16, however, excels in avionics and range. Versus F-15 Eagle. The Eagle has superior radar and long-range capabilities, but in a close dogfight, the Fulcrum's maneuverability could be decisive. Versus Eurofighter Typhoon and Rafale, newer European jets surpass the MiG-29 in technology, but the upgraded Fulcrum still holds its ground with modern avionics and weapons. The Fulcrum was never meant to be a long-range strike aircraft. It was built for short, intense, close-range battles, and in that arena, it is still a fearsome adversary. 11. Unique selling points. So, what makes the MiG-29 stand out? 1. Agility and maneuverability unmatched in its class during the 1980s. 2. Helmet-mounted sight, a game-changer in dogfights. 3. Twin-engine reliability, able to survive with one engine damaged. 4. Cost-effectiveness, cheaper than Western jets, making it popular worldwide. 5. Export success, operated by over 25 countries, from India to Poland to Malaysia. 12. Legacy of the Fulcrum. Today, over 40 years after its first flight, the MiG-29 continues to serve across the globe. While newer fifth-generation stealth fighters like the F-35 dominate headlines, the Fulcrum remains a workhorse of the skies, a symbol of Soviet engineering and a jet that still inspires awe. For aviation fans, the MiG-29 isn't just a fighter jet, it's a living legend, a machine that embodies speed, power, and raw dogfighting spirit. The MiG-29 Fulcrum may have been born in the Cold War, but it has transcended history to become one of the most iconic fighter jets ever built. Its agility, firepower, and relentless upgrades keep it relevant even today. Whether feared in combat or admired in airshows, the Fulcrum has earned its place in aviation history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the MiG-29, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of the world's most incredible aircraft. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies.